Welcome to another episode of Your Message Matters. This is where we turn your life victories into vibrant stories. And I hope that today you will really get a benefit out of this series. This is a part one of, I don't know yet how many, but I think it's going to be about 3 of these videos that will help walk you through creating an ebook. Recently, I created an ebook that was a very niched down version of what I do to create a best-selling launch. And I thought, what can I do to help people make this a really important thing for them to pick up? It's on Amazon, $1.99. It already went bestseller, and this is the funny thing. I guess I'm finally at that place where I'm gaining momentum with my ebooks and books on Amazon because it went number one new release within an hour or so of the release. And I was kind of shocked by that. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. And this particular ebook, I'm going to show you very quickly what it looks like, just so you see the cover and see it on Amazon. I should have had this already up for you, so I apologize. I confession here. Last last week, I know I hit the record button, but because I was also streaming it, um it didn't record. And so I'm re-recording this just for you because I know in this series you're going to get a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about in an ebook just for you, just for your business. However, you want to make this ebook work for you and create some content for you, which is very valuable to have on hand. So, this is the ebook we're talking about. It's Launch Like a Pro, Essential Email, or you could use these as text messages. And these are templates for you to create a successful book launch. What is a successful book launch? Well, that really matters to you what it is. It doesn't matter to me how you do it or what your goal is. For me and most of the people that work with me, they want to create a book to work within their business, or I have a lot of people who want to create a memoir to make an impact and income and make a transformation in their reader's life. So, because I'm a publisher, I am creating some tools for people. And one of the tools that I recently created is a 30-day challenge. It's an email version of a series of teachings that has absolutely cost me thousands and thousands of dollars to learn. And I boiled down what my most basic learning was to help you create something that will sell and put you on the map. Maybe that isn't what you want. Maybe you just want some clients to add value to so that you can cross that know, like, and trust a little easier by creating an ebook, offering it to them. This could be a lead magnet for you. There's so many things you can use an ebook for, but let me step back for just a second. An ebook, at least one like this one that's available on Amazon, is something that you can sell to your clients. And what I did was I created that 30-day challenge. It is a paid product that I am marketing today and throughout, well, from here on out, really. It'll be something that will go to people who have downloaded my lead magnets, and it will be an offering to them. And some people may not want it, but others might enjoy that paced version of getting something done. So I created this ebook to help people with the launch, sending out a series of emails to their ideal readers or text messages. It could be used both ways. It's information that leads a person to the launch and beyond. So this is something that I wanted to create to add to my ebook series or my take that back, my 30-day bestseller challenge email series as another tool, small amount of money, $1.99, but something that they could use then to create more momentum with their book. So that's what this was all about, and I thought I would share my thinking, how I got it done, how I started, all of those things. So, thank you for being here. I always love doing these videos for you, and to me, you're the most important part of my business. I've already been a best-selling author with my first book, my second book, my third book. My third book made me many, many dollars, thousands of dollars. And I'm so grateful that I kind of started figuring this process out and I've been helping others do the same. So, an ebook, how do we create it? Where do we start? What can we do? All of that is going to be covered in this pretty short video. Really, it's step one of the whole process. But if you don't know who I am, my name's Raupe, and I am the founder of the Butterfly Publishing Company. We are a self-publishing firm. We help you navigate. We help you navigate the world of turning ideas into impactful books that can create income for you. So grab your favorite mug of whatever you want to put into it. Mine usually has water because that's what I drink 99% of the time. Get cozy. Let's dive into another adventure where we can make your story shine. I truly believe that your stories is what connects to your ideal reader. So, the very first thing we need to think about when we're going to create an ebook is what problem can you solve for your perfect fit reader? That doesn't mean that somebody else won't buy your book. I always talk about the outliers. And I look at this process as being like a bullseye. I'm in the archery world. I create a newsletter for a large organization in California. And it's all about archery and what they do, their tournaments, it's target and hunting. So it's an interesting niche to say the least. But I always think in archery terms and perfect fit clients, when you pull that bow back, the same thing applies. You want to aim your arrow at the bullseye. Your perfect fit client is the bullseye. But it doesn't mean if your arrow hits someplace else, someone else won't get value with what you do. Because there's always secondary and maybe third or what they call maybe tertiary type people that will be interested in what you do and they will buy your book too. But if you don't aim your arrow at the target, what happens? You're going to miss it every time. So, in this next few weeks, I wanted to put together a series to help you create an ebook from start to finish. So, how do we do it? I think the first thing you have to do is figure out what is your big idea. Now, whether you want to make this as an ebook or a paperback version of the book, the same thing holds true. What is the big idea of your book? Now, here's the thing. You want to do some research. So when you fetter out your idea of what you want to write your ebook about, you want to do some research to see, are people looking for this? If they are not looking for it, how can you create awareness around it? Because step one of a buyer's journey is awareness. So if they are not aware of you, they are not aware of the problem you solve, and possibly they may not even be aware that they have a problem. But that's your job to create that journey for them. So you can use tools that are available to you today to figure out what are people looking for. I'm going to give you two ways to create your ebook. One is going to be using AI, which is artificial intelligence. These are tools we have available today that even like a year ago were not as readily available. But I get it. Some people say, no, 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 I don't want anything to do with AI. So I'm going to give you two ways, with AI and without AI. So you make the decision. I always say, you do you, boo, because you do you best. So, AI or not, there's tools you can use to research your idea. The non-AI way would be to use Google Trends or simply start to type in your idea in the Google search bar. That way you will know, are people looking for this? What pops up? Now, here's the thing. The first things that are going to pop up are sponsored things. These are people running ads to get your attention. So keep scrolling down. Take note of what the top things are. And as you scroll down and get past the sponsored things, look to see what's available or use Chat GPT. And that's a whole trick in itself to create your super prompts, to season it for your business and for you. But we're not going to talk about that today. I will assume that you are not a first time chat or any other AI user, and you do need to season your uh, AI, whatever tool you use, you need to season it with who you are, what you do, and what problem you solve for the people you work with. So you can use either of those methods, but do something to figure out where people are on the awareness journey. Are they looking for something because they know they have the problem? This is a different type of copy or words to attract this person than it would be if the person is completely unaware that they have the problem. That would be different verbiage, right? To attract your ideal person. So, using whatever tool you choose, or you know what? When I first started writing books, I didn't even know that I should be doing research. When you learn more about marketing, you realize research is important. But if you don't do research, have no fear. You still can create something that will attract somebody, but you need to take note of what you want them to learn. What is your big idea? I learned this from John Maxwell. He taught me to learn about writing books by knowing your big idea first. And I've talked about this on other shows, taking your brainstorming ideas, and I use simple, that's not an index card. Oh, this is an index card. Of course, I've written on it, I guess, here. I don't know what I wrote here. So take an index card, whether it's a 5x7 or a 3x5, whatever you want to do. I use index cards and I just brainstorm ideas first. What ideas do I think I know a solution to a problem somebody has? So I use that first and I start brainstorming ideas. I could talk about this, I could talk about that. In talking to a lot of creative type people, what I've discovered is we have more ideas. We have so many ideas, but you're going to have to pick one idea, which is your overall idea, and then take that and brainstorm all of the points you could make to support your one idea. So there is one more way to write this ebook. And I love doing these with people where it is an interview. You interview somebody who knows more about this topic than you do, or a few somebodies that know this topic better than you do. So you can either be the expert and be interviewed, which are fun ebooks to do. I've done so many of these. I think of a friend of mine, Lori Morris, who does she helps people create a beautiful wardrobe. Sometimes she goes to thrift stores with them to make sure that the budget is, she's following their budget. But she says if you go to the right thrift stores, you can find so many things, but you have to have a plan. So she teaches that in her ebook. And I helped her create this to really serve her clients. And you can do this with any topic. But first, you have to have your big idea and then your supporting points. And so when you look at all of that, create an outline. Now, again, you can create your outline just from your brainstorming ideas. And here's a little note. Sometimes you get so many ideas that not all of them are going to fit in one book. Sometimes you'll get ideas for multiple books. So hold each idea up and say, does this support my big idea? Or would this be better in another book? So set that aside for book number 2 or 3 or 4, but stay within your theme of your big idea, what problem you solve for who you are going to solve it for. So I call that person your perfect fit reader. A problem your perfect fit reader has that you have the solution to, or you know who to go to interview to get the solution for that person. Sometimes we want to learn things. I interviewed a lot of people around the idea of book marketing so that I could learn more about how to serve my perfect fit client that writes books. So we are all looking for these different kinds of ways that we can write books. And you are probably seeing ebooks in your social media feeds. If you look on Amazon and start to type in a question, how to raise butterflies. That's another ebook that I know I could write. Many of you know I raise monarch butterflies. So maybe I would write a how to raise monarch butterflies type of book. Well, I could put in the search bar, how to raise monarch butterflies, and then it would have to be more specific because I live in Southern California. Raising butterflies in Southern California is very different than raising butterflies on the other side of the Rocky Mountains here in the US. They migrate to different places. They have a little different process. They're all monarchs, but they do different behaviors. So if I was going to write a book about monarch butterflies and what I've learned about raising them, it really would be specific to my area, to Southern California. So think about those kinds of distinctions that will set you apart from what's available. All of that goes into your research. I'll have to say I do have some research tools that help me that are not AI, but that I have paid for that help me decide what can I use as far as categories, keywords, what kind of things are people looking for, what books are already on the market, and what would set me apart from what's available. What makes my book different? All of those kinds of things are the things that you're going to look for when you're creating your book. Now, here's another important part of all of this. I always like to teach book math. You're going to say, book math? What does that even mean? Well, if you sell 10 ebooks for $1.99, how much money is that? That's your book math. $1.99 times 100 equals $199, right? So $2 or more or less times 100 is $200. So if you focus on selling your ebook, it takes a lot of energy to make $200. However, let's look at this a little differently. Say we have 10 people who buy our ebook for $1.99 and they turn into our perfect fit clients beyond being a perfect fit reader. This perfect fit reader and the perfect fit client can be one and the same. But say you make $2,000 each time, or say $250 each time you sell your perfect fit product that solves the problem, and say you only look for 10 clients, then you're making more like $2,500. So consider your book math. You're putting people in the top of your funnel, if you will, and what comes out the bottom are your perfect fit readers and clients who are purchasing your product, your service, your coaching, your speaking, whatever it is that you do to serve them in multiple ways, you still can solve the problem for them. So always think about your perfect fit client, your perfect idea for them, the problem you solve for them. Now, maybe you don't know what this is going to be or what it looks like. I love this process. I think it's pronounced ikigai. It's a Japanese term that says it's where your purpose lies between the intersection of four ideas. So consider four circles, and where they each intersect is at the very minute that's your purpose. So, what you're going to ask yourself in determining these four ideas that feed to your perfect purpose, you look at it like this: what do you love doing? This hits on your passion. What are your talents, or what things are you good at? That is really important part of this. So that circle is your strengths. So we have your passion, your strengths, and what does the world need? That's your problem. What problem do you solve? And what will they pay for? Because sometimes people have a problem, but they don't want a solution anymore. They're not even thinking about it. They're like, they've just accepted that that's who they are, and they have this problem that will never get fixed. So they're not going to want to pay you to solve it. But what if they're earnestly looking for a way? They will pay almost anything to get a solution for something if it is bothering them to the extent that they're looking for a solution. And you can be that person that will change their life by solving their their problem. So how do we know? Sometimes this is what we stand for in life. This is what we are working towards ourselves. Sometimes we think of the person we're looking for is the person that was us before we discovered some solutions to our problem. And what do people ask you about? I can tell you a lot of people ask me about raising monarchs. But I don't think they're looking to pay me to find out how to raise them. They might want to know, but it's not this burning thing. And maybe it could be. So maybe I could monetize it. Maybe people are looking for a solution of how they can raise their monarchs. But chances are that's not what I'm going to make a living doing. Although one great idea is to sell products with your service. So if I have knowledge about how to raise butterflies, and there are things that I use to help me, like butterfly enclosures or different kinds of products that might help me along the way, then I could point to those things and sell those along with whatever else I'm doing. And you can put links to those in your ebooks so that you become the affiliate for that product. You can do this on Amazon and many other ways. For example, I talk about Funnel Gorgeous a lot. I love the ladies. They're so much fun. They've created a product that takes a whole lot of things and puts them in one resource. So if you're a coach like me, or have a service-based business and you're wanting to schedule people to talk to, it has a calendar for that that can feed right into your website, which is also available there, your funnels also available there, your CRM also available there, your workflows, your pipelines, your membership groups, your courses, all of that is in one place. I don't know about you, but that makes it easier to manage. So when I had all of these different pieces to that, I was using Thinkific and Teachable for my courses. I was using Calendly for my calendar, and I was using Constant Contact for my CRM. And it was a lot. So when I could boil all of those down to being into one place with one price, it worked so much better for me. So I'm an affiliate for Funnel Gorgeous. It's Funnel Gorgeous Funnels, actually. But I love that. Make sure you reach out to me if you are interested in in what those kinds of things are that are the tools that I use to create these things. So, identify your perfect fit reader that has a problem, you have a solution, and that problem is likely the big idea. And your chapters are going to end up being all of the pieces that feed to your perfect fit client getting the solution to the problem that they are looking for. Thank you for watching this episode. Next week, we're going to be talking about what to do next. So take a look at that. If you are watching week number 2, no, you're watching week number 1, make sure you look for week number 2. Make sure you check out week number 2, because that takes you to the next step of what you're going to do. So, with this in mind, if you want to connect with me, look for my Facebook group on Write Your Book Now, Authors Helping Authors, and you'll find me there. And if you would like to take part in my 30-day best-selling challenge, it's a series of emails that come to you in your inbox every day for 30 days. And if you want, you schedule time every day to work on them, or there's another thing, you can pace yourself, but each day you're going to get the next step. So you can take it in your own pace, or you can let me kind of push you a little in a 30-day journey. Either way, this runs $97, and I would love for you to be a part of it because I love helping people. I really, truly believe that your message matters. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so grateful for you each and every week for showing up in the live or in the recorded version of this. Please make a comment. Let me know what you think. And if you have a problem you're trying to solve with writing a book and you get stuck, I would love to be the person to help you. So reach out to me in a way that works for you by looking for me on Facebook or coming to join me on Win Win Women Live, and that is Monday mornings at 10 a.m. on the platform Win Win Women TV. Your message matters. Thank you, and God bless. You know, I love you guys. Take care, my friends.